Once upon a time there was a young woman who worked for a merchant who lived on top of a hill. She worked as the merchant's caregiver, and every day she had to walk down the hill to collect water from a river. She had 2 pots to carry water, which she hung upon a pole so she could carry it over her shoulders. With time, one of her pots got a small crack along its side. She observed the crack on the pot and decided she could still use it. So every day the woman carried those 2 pots down the hill to the river, filled them to the brim, and walked back up the hill, balancing the pole across her shoulders. And by the time she reached the house, the cracked pot would be only half full, while the other pot would be still full to the top. And the cracked pot would glance at the other pot and saw that the water was still filled to the top, and it began to feel worthless. The full pot was proud of its accomplishment, while the cracked pot felt ashamed and miserable that it wasn't able to accomplish the same amount of water as the other pot did. So the years went by and the cracked pot saw himself as a failure, and one day it spoke to the lady. It said, "Dear lady, I apologize for my flaws. The crack on my inside has made me useless. I spill half of the water and I'm just not good." The lady felt sorry for the old cracked pot and she said, "But pot, you don't understand. You haven't been paying attention. Look around you. As we return to the master's house, I want you to look at the path we traverse." So the next time when the lady carried the water up to the hill, the cracked pot carefully observed the path up the hill. And for the first time the pot stopped looking inside himself and instead looked outside to the world. And he saw on his side of the trail that beautiful flowers were growing and beautiful plants, while the other side was still dry. And as the woman reached the top of the hill, she asked, "Did you notice the beautiful flowers on the path? They are only on your side of the path. I had always known about your cracks, and I took advantage of it to water those beautiful flowers along the way. Without you being just the way you are, the path uphill would not have this beauty." And suddenly the cracked pot understood, and he was overjoyed. All its sadness was gone. He understood that the very thing that he thought to be his weakness turned out to be a blessing for the flowers and the plants along the path. You see, every one of us is unique, and we all have our own flaws. Nobody's perfect, but it is those little flaws that make us and the world around us so interesting. And you know, butterflies don't know the color of their wings, but the human eyes see how beautiful they are. And likewise, you don't know how good you are, but others can see that you are special. Thanks for watching, and stay blessed.